Oh, these good old gleaners, they make some really small windrows. We're getting some straw baled today. The monitor wants to keep beeping at me for mist ties, but I don't know. Things are just beeping for no reason, I think. There it goes again. I don't know what's going on with that pre-stuffer, but I don't think that's how a slab's supposed to form. It's like sideways in there. You can see it just goes that way. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna assume that's not supposed to look like that. Holy cow. I just adjusted the stuffer a little bit heavier flake. I'm hoping that's all it is. I think it's just running continuously. I don't know what the heck is going on with this thing. I've been playing around with it. It makes some nice bales and then it doesn't. Like that looks like it's packed in there good, filled to the top. I mean, it does. I don't know. That certainly ain't right. We'll just keep trying until we get her, I guess. Well, we're mowing a little bit of hay today. It is hot in here. Holy cow. The AC needs a recharge in this white. It's just blowing hot air at me. Just god awful miserable. There's half a bottle of wine in the fridge. It's been there for a couple weeks, so I grabbed that. Figured that'll make things more bearable. It has. I don't mind it too bad now, but I'm feeling alright. There's the mower though. This is some first cut custom work. Someone would go to church with. His mower broke. He has a newer mower too. A 9-foot case, same as the New Holland. I think it'd be a series similar to mine or series newer, but it'd be the 9-foot offset mower. I haven't even looked at it, but I'm pretty sure he told me the model number on it, and I think that's what it is. I don't know if it was an input shaft on the gearbox or output shaft to the cutter bar, but he had something that sounds like pretty major go wrong. We're knocking down about 21 acres for him here tonight. My wife is out in the pickup truck right now raking hay with the old bar rake because we have a flat tire on the rotor rake. Plus, I didn't want to take the rotor rake all the way out there because you need to use the tractor to pull that out. The bar rake you can pull out with the truck, and then you can also rake with the truck. So that's what we're doing. She has air conditioning. She's got both the kids. The straw's just wet underneath. We have 60 acres there. We have another 30 acres that's mowed and needs baled yet. I don't know what that even looks like. Haven't even been there yet. But all of this is about, I'd say about 20 miles from home where the straw is all at. It's on the county line. Defines Holland County here in Ohio. We're up around halfway between defines Napoleon. We make stuff up in Fulton County. We're making hay in about 3 or 4 different counties. Hay and straw. It really sucks sometimes. We suck at it. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, that's where we found some acres to make. We have about 90 acres of straw that's on the ground right now. Another 116 left to get combined that we have yet to do anything with, obviously, because they haven't cut the weed. So there's nothing we can do. I think he said they were going to be in those fields tomorrow. But hopefully getting this rake means we can start brown baling this stuff. It's out of a gleaner too, so that doesn't help anything. This gleaner straw, I'll tell you something, this gleaner straw just always is just a pain in the butt to get baled. But, you know, like I said, acres are acres, you know, tonnage is tonnage. We're trying to do what we can to keep growing the operation. Hopefully the next fields we hop into are going to be a lot better. But yeah, hopefully this snowing doesn't take too long because I'm ready for this to be over with. Oh, we had some issues with the big square baler. It makes some nice bales when it was making nice bales, so it is what it is. Got it parked right now to shear bolts. Going to call up the dealership tomorrow, see what they can help me with on it as far as troubleshooting why the stuffer keeps shearing. But yeah, we'll load out some round bales. This load will go straight to auction tomorrow. We'll see how many we can get on. Well, we're slowly working out some of the kinks on the big square baler here. We're just over 30 bales in on the day. We got a late start, a little sprinkle. Held us back around noon. Getting as early of a start as I would have liked is what it is. But yeah, right there's one of them. Looks pretty good. Not too disappointed with the quality of bales coming out, but the amount of time we're wasting with shear bolts, or I don't know if you want to call it knotter issues, but it all comes together. But right up around the knotters, there's two tensioner rollers that are like have gears that mesh together, and the twine feeds through to keep tension on it. And the one keeps coming out, so I got to go up and put that back in every 3 to 4 bales. It seems like we shear bolt every few bales. Maybe we're good for a while, but then I'll just shear one, and then you'll be good for a while again. And I don't know, we're still figuring things out. That's all on the stuffer. It's making some decent bales, so just got to take it nice and easy, going anywhere from 1.5 to like 1.9 mile an hour, give or take. Just trying to take it easy, punch out some bales here. So this is what we're looking at. Like I said, 1.5, 1.4, running the capacity. We could just go a touch faster, but I'm not looking to break anything here. You can't see much, my window's dirty. It was clean. So yeah, just trying to take it easy here. Let's go a little faster. It says we can. I was told you want to run around 1 to 1. I like running at 1.5 to 2. Not really 2, because that means you're really wasting a lot of time. But, well, there we go. Just made another knot. I don't know if you can tell. Lollipops are up. Strange thing is, still making a nice bale. I like seeing that though. But I did take 1 notch off the stuffer tension. Well, I'd say that's a pretty decent load. That's about half of what I baled yesterday's on right now. Pick up the other half after we get this unloaded and maybe try to do some round baling here today before the rain. You want to see something cool? Once that gets above 30, it's going to climb, and it's going to climb quick. There's a lot of straw out here. That is the diameter of the bale that we're baling. You can see just how quickly this thing's making bales and how many there are out here. It's just gobbling it up. There's a lot out here. We already got about 60 bales made, and that's just the end rows and those 4 rows right there. Well, time to walk back to my truck. You can see we got about 71 round bales in there, so not bad. Got just a little bit of a sprinkle, just enough to shut me down, man. We could have kept going, could have knocked out 100, maybe 150 bales yet today. Oh well. Nice thing though is these are two different landowners that messaged or got a hold of me both separately, which is kind of weird, but the fields are all right next to each other. It's like 170 acres all within a couple miles of one another, which is just crazy because we're just about to the other field right now and you can see the one behind me. So yeah, it's kind of nice when they're all kind of bunched together like that. Wish they were closer to home. I think we're about 20 miles from home right now, which kind of sucks. But it's just weird, you know, the stuff gets bunched up. The same way last year, you know, at least it was closer, but kind of different landowners, you know. It wasn't like one person's like, oh, hey, Ryan's making my straw and you got some next to me. Why don't you have him do it? No, it's just kind of luck of the draw sometimes because we had a lot of straw bunched up in one area last year too, but that was all about 5 to 8 miles from home, I think. So a little further, trucking's gonna kill us, but they're in round bales, so who cares if they get rained on. Made it back to the truck. Here's the first 60 acres we started in. We got the north half here all picked up. I think we did about 10 big squares or 9 or 10 big squares in this. Had some issues. You can see the pile there. We had to break one apart. And then, was it 67 or 76 round bales maybe? There's the other field, way off in the distance. That's where we just came from. Time to take the truck over to the big square baler, which is just on the other side of that woods, actually. I want to service the brake on that stuffer and see if that helps with some of our issues. We're throwing some fuel in it just to make sure we don't run out. We're gonna go try and see if the big square baler works, and then if that does, I'll send my wife back here to finish up round baling this. I think it's about 30 some acres. There's more on the other side, so it's like 65 total. They called it one field. I wouldn't call it one field. It's two separate fields next to each other, but yeah, not a lot left to bale. We have family night with the 4-H group tonight, so we'll have to shut down here early. Don't touch anything. Just putzing along 1.3 miles an hour. I think that stuffer brake was all the issue was, and I did tighten up the one tensioner spring on that, and we haven't had the string pull out either. Granted, we're only about 11 mils in, but that's better than we've been doing. If you look closely, maybe not through my dirty windows, ooh, bunch of round bales. I can kind of see my wife over there just down there. Just sent her out to go round bale. It is Sunday. Normally you shouldn't work on Sundays because then things go to crap really quick, but we did make it to church this morning. Ate lunch, came out here, and I started round baling, knocked out about 70 round bales, and hooked this up, and it's plugging away. My end goal today is just get about 20 bales out of this thing without any major issues, but at least get 20 bales, even if I do have some small problems. That way my wife can take a load up to auction tomorrow morning before noon, so we can see how these sell in comparison to the round bales. and go from there. Yep, got my helper here today. We're getting through the acres. I think we can get this all knocked out before Wednesday if everything goes well. We got rain, so hopefully we can get it done. Ain't that pretty sight right there? Holy cow, we got her filled. I even got them two in the middle, just kind of moved around. It'll get us home. This is all that's left in the field. Well, it's about 12:30 at night. Just put my son down to sleep. We just got back from the field, actually. Wanted to get this home parked in the dry, which it really didn't matter, but I'm like, oh heck, we're already there. My wife was with me, so I figured why not? Let's bring it home, get stuff home, and get ready for what's coming next. We still have 256 bales and one field of round bales to pick up, which we'll just get whenever we get to them. It doesn't matter if they get rained on, they're getting stored outside. I think 66 round bales left in another field. Those two fields are a quarter mile from each other. And then 20 miles east of there, I just finished baling that 30 acres of straw, all round bales. Like that, I wanted to do more big squares. We just didn't have the time. At least I don't think we had the time. Maybe tomorrow the rain misses us and I would have had plenty of time, but who knows? It wasn't worth taking the chance, and I don't want to rake straw. The stuff we took to auction this week, the big squares brought on average like $8-9 more a bale, and I think they weigh the same, so it's like the margin's there. It would have been nice to have more big squares. We did like a little over 200 big squares, but 256 in one field of rounds, 66 round bales left in another field. It did like 96. We already hauled 30 to auction out of that field. We did 9 big squares of straw in that field, and right around the corner, 38 acres. I think there was over 100 big squares in that field. I think it was like 110. I got to look back and see what we end up with. And then a 13-acre field just down the block from that, we did 65 big squares, I believe. And then the field, the 30 acres I finished baling today, it's like 20 miles east of there, was that 170, 180, maybe 180, 185 round bales. So we got a lot of round bales to pick up, but they'll be stored outside, so I figure they can get rained on. If the rain misses us tomorrow and they bring down the percent for Saturday's rain or the quantity, I'll take a gamble and maybe mow down 12 acres, finish up first cutting. It was some ground that we couldn't get on because it was so wet. But yeah, so that's what we're working on. We'll see what happens. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Mowing hay on Wednesday. It is grass. Should dry fairly quick, and being this late, should be fairly mature. I think it could be dry by Friday. Who knows? I don't know. Well, I don't know what's going to happen, really. Well, maybe we'll mow it, maybe we won't. I want to get that done because we have a lot of second cut coming up and ready. We have some third cut that's probably 6 to 8 inches tall. Not going to be ready for a while, but if the second cut gets dragged out because it looks like a week of rain coming up, it's just gonna start piling up, and it's been piling up, and it just gets you these slugs of work whenever you get a dry spell. So it is what it is. Well, let's look at some of the straw we're unloading. There we go. That's what we got right there. Let me put the steering wheel down. So yeah, that's what we're unloading, and we got 4 big squares on the truck, 16 on the trailer, I think. No, that'd be 3 wide, 2 high, so there's 6. That's 12 plus the 4 on top gets you to 16. So there's 18 big squares on that trailer. But yeah, we're gonna get these unloaded, just throw them in the barn quick, get this done, and get some sleep. It'll be 1 o'clock in the morning before I get in the house, and then I gotta get showered and go to bed yet and get up for work tomorrow. My truck's still out at the one field I just finished round baling today, so eventually I'll have to get that picked up. But yeah, I don't know how much footage we'll get here of unloading. Just, it's hard to film, and we're in a tight barnyard, but it's hard to film and try to drive a loader tractor at the same time. But yeah, it's just gonna be going in to that bay right next to the big square baler. The small square bales of straw you see in the mow are not mine. This is my uncle's barn. They don't really have equipment that fits in these areas, so I kind of use it. And then I got my goats down there. Well, there you have it. 22 bales. You can't see a whole lot in the video here, but they're stacked 4 high. There you go. There's a square baler that made them. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's getting things done. Seems to be working pretty good now. Should be able to shut those doors. Yeah, I probably won't get rain now that I got the big squares in the dry. I definitely have some weeds out here, which is less than fortunate. Hopefully when we mow this, that'll get rid of most of the weeds and the grass can take off. Because this is looks really nice, honestly. It's not anywhere near being ready to make for hay. I mean, if the weeds get tall enough or something, I might just mow it down to get rid of the weeds and bale them off. But I think we got a stand of grass in here, as long as the weeds don't outcompete it, which for the most case, I think will be all right.